Kathy, why don't you tell us why you're for Ron Paul?
Because he's a strict constitutionalist and nobody else is.
That's right, that's right. Why are you for Ron Paul?
He's going to bring my brother home from Korea and not go back to Iraq.
Thank you very much. Why are you for Ron Paul?
He gives us our freedom in the true Constitution.
All right.
Sir, he wants to get rid of unconstitutional taxation on private citizens.
That's great.
He wants to reduce government size.
What do you think about Iraq?
I don't want us to be in Iraq or the other 130 countries.
What do you think about the Federal Reserve System?
I think we ought to get out of the Federal Reserve System and the central bankers.
Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
Tell us why you're for Ron Paul.
He just makes sense, and he seems honest. He's like the only one that is speaking about stuff that no one else is talking about.
Thank you. What do you think about the Federal Reserve System?
I think it's corrupt. I think it's a lot of money that is going to a lot of people other than us.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. Well, ma'am, can you tell us why are you for Ron Paul?
I was the only one who supports the Constitution. It's
Very
the only
much.
honest one out there.
Great, great. So what do you think about the Federal Reserve System, IRS tax system?
Boo! Steve.
All right, that's what we need to hear.
Terrible.
Thank you. Why are you for Ron Paul, sir?
Well, a couple of reasons. I like his values on getting back to the gold standard and bringing the truth hope of Iraq.
What's wrong with paper money?
Well, we can just print it and not ever get anywhere. We need to tie it to the standard.
Well, what's wrong with having more money?
Well, that causes inflation.
All right, thank you very much, sir. Hey, tell me, why are you for Ron Paul? It's 2008.
Because I know he'll use the veto pen for one, and Republicans are just spinning like
All right,
Trump. Yeah.
all right, thank you, sir. What do you think about the Federal Reserve System?
I think we should just knock the building down. How about that?
All right, so you don't like paper money?
No.
You want the real thing, huh?
I want the real thing. I want it to be worth something.
Hey, put it in your own ass! All right, youth for hope, youth for America. That's what we're talking about. Why are you out here for Ron Paul today?
Trying to win support for him.
All right, why exactly are you for Ron Paul?
Stand on the Constitution.
Great. What do you think about the Federal Reserve System?
I think it's time for it to be scrapped.
Why is that? Don't you like paper money?
No, don't like paper money.
Oh, you want the real thing, huh?
I want the real thing.
I heard that.
So what's your name?
My name is Don Smith, and this is the first time I've been out campaigning for a presidential campaign ever in my life.
And then what brings you out for this first one?
Well, because Ron Paul is the only candidate that I've ever seen in my entire life that is talking about some of the things that I believe in. I've gotten tired of seeing politicians just run over the Constitution like it's just some piece of paper, really. And it's there for a reason. Our founders gave it to us in order to govern ourselves and to govern the country. And when we start ignoring that, we start ignoring the roots of America. And he's the one that's really talking any sense about this. People think I'm crazy for getting out here and campaign. I don't care, because I know that he's going to do what he says he's going to do when he goes to Washington in 2009, baby! Okay, well that's all right. Some people just aren't ready for it yet.
Yeah.
They aren't ready for the uncut. All they want is the copy.
Woo! We have people honking.
Big deal.
Who are you going to vote for on tomorrow?
Ron Paul.
All right, why?
He's going to be the bitch.
All right, I heard that. What do you think about the Federal Reserve System? Income tax.
Yeah, it helps out.
whole life.
All right, thank you very much.
I know.
Ma'am, have you seen any Hillary supporters out here today?
No.
Have you seen any Mitt Romney supporters out here today?
No.
Have you seen any John McCain supporters out today, perchance?
No.
Have you seen any Ron Paul supporters out here today?
Yes, I've
All
seen
right.
a lot of Ron Paul supporters.
All right,
People
okay.
honking,
Okay.
everything.
All right, why do you think they're out here today?
Because he's a real representative and everybody loves him.
Right, thank you very much. That's great. Kathy, how long have you been working with the Ron Paul organization or with the campaign?
Don, I just found out that he was running in October, and I went to my first meetup meeting the first week in November, and so I've really only been involved since the beginning of November.
Okay. I mean, how many people were in the group when you joined?
Oh,
You know, just campaigners, just, you know, grassroots people coming out and, you know, supporting Ron Paul.
I think there might have been around 100 something.
100 something. How has that number increased, you know, over the last few months?
Well, we've been getting in probably 4 to 5 new members each week, and we're up around 200.
Okay, looking back in the last few months, what do you think is the main reason that's bringing all these different people together for Ron Paul?
Well, I think people are tired of the government and the status quo, and they recognize that they don't have any choices with the candidates that are there, and all it takes is somebody spending a little bit of time reading the issues and understanding what Ron Paul is saying before they start saying, hey, that makes sense, this man is talking different from the ones that I'm used to hearing. So I think it's an exponential thing. As one person finds out about it, they tell somebody else, and then they go tell a couple of people, and the next thing you know, it's kind of like a brush fire.
Well, that's fantastic. What's Ron Paul stand on the national ID card?
Well, he's certainly opposed to it. I mean, anything that enables the government to track individuals and have individual records. I personally am not that.
Well, I think that's something that Americans of all stripes, Republican and Democrat and Independent, Green Party, whatever, that's something we should all agree on, don't you think?
Well, I think so.
Thank you very much, Kathy. We're talking here with David Perez. David, what do you do for a living?
I own my own business, Little Rock Judgment Recovering. I enforce monetary judgments awarded in small claims court and other civil suits.
Oh, that's great. That's great. So why are you out here for Ron Paul today?
I believe in lower taxes, truly lower taxes. I believe in abolishing the income tax. I believe in a humble foreign policy, non-intervention, trade, create commerce with other people, get nations wealthy, and then they'll be free. I believe in civil liberties. I believe in going by the Constitution, the way the Founding Fathers meant for it to be.
Okay. How does Ron Paul speak to the idealism of you?
Well, the youth have always represented a spirit of freedom and rebellion, so to speak. And in that sense, Ron Paul has a strong following among people who can sympathize with this cause of going against big government, of going against all these policing actions around the world, against spending trillions of dollars on useless programs.
Great. Okay, tell me one other thing. Now, you're a business owner.
Yes.
So how does government get in your way when you're trying to run your business?
Well, I got to keep a little shoebox full of all my receipts and all my expenses.
Right.
And because I do own my business, I don't have a convenient payroll that
it's a hassle.
Yes, I don't get a W-2. I got to do my own W-2.
Okay, so you're for the value-added tax, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay, about 1-2%, somewhere in that area.
Yes.
Okay. What have you read on that?
Basically, it's a very, very good idea. I have read that if we reduce spending back to 2000 levels, a 1% excise tax will be all we need to run our government.
Great, and that was a report that was put out by the Cato Institute just not too long ago and everything.
You're correct.
And I've been reading about that on the internet myself. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right.